Hello everyone. Today's discussion is about what are thin clients, what are thick clients, and what is the difference between server-side programming and client-side programming. We're coming into the what are thin clients. Thin clients are computer frameworks that depend on a central server-based environment to associate through a arrange and encourage remote access. They work by permitting clients to put through to further service where information and applications are overseen and put away. These servers, more often than not, perform distinctive errands extending from calculates to computers and incorporate equipment without fundamentally requiring different drives, memories, or fans. Then, what are thick clients? To alluded to a desktop fat or overwhelming client think clients are frameworks that interface to servers indeed without a arrange. Put essentially a thick client does not depend on server applications since it can handle, store and oversee information as well as perform diverse errands freely. It is an perfect choice, particularly in scenario where the central server has moderate organized pens, memory, concern, or differently controlled to bolster client gadgets or a require for offline operations. Now we are going to discuss about server-side programming. It is a program that runs on server managing with the error of substance of a web page. Then what is client-side programming? It is a program that runs on the client machine browser and bargains with the client interface display and any other handling that can happen on client machine like reading, writing, threads. Server-side versus client-side programming. Envision you need your web location girls to fill a shape with their title and email address, and you need to form beyond any doubt they fill both areas. Sometime recently they tap the submit button. Since this approval must happen interior the client. Sometime recently they send anything back interior the client. A great dialect to utilize would be JavaScript. Yes, client slide. Your JavaScript code will check in case both areas are appropriately filled on the off chance that they are. It will send the framework back to the server. In case they are not, it will show an caution telling that client to fill both areas. Now envision you are building a web location where whose contents will be powerfully made based on extra data put away inside the server. A bit like a new tab location or an internet store or web journal or gatherings framework just like the one we have here. Building each of the pages physically would be fair as well complicated since the data is continuously changing. So you might need to utilize server side dialect to construct a location that convey web pages that have been powerfully built each time based on the user's demand. The fundamental client-side dialects backed by all the major web browsers are HTML hypertext markup language. This is often the essential dialect to program all the content merely when to show in a web page and how you need it to see like the expectationally content is done utilizing HTML. You will be able to include color, textual style sizes, tables, inactive pictures, and joins to other page. HTML shows plain pages and illustrations and isn't able of more energetic capabilities like math operations, example 2 plus 2, comparators or conditionals. JavaScript, fair as HTML, JavaScript may be a client-side dialect planning to work on the site HTML to do all this dynamic work HTML cannot do on its own. With JavaScript, you will be presently include math operations, comparators, and conditions to your web page. We are able call JavaScript and dynamic body of HTML. There is a run of a server-side dialect in utilized on the net today. PHP is one of the most foremost prevalent as well as Ruby or Rails. The official Microsoft ASP.NET site and numerous others, they are called server-side dialects since their scripts are run not on your computer but on the server which has the site and sends down the HTML code. Thank you. That's all for the discussion.